So when we made our first video, we spent like a weekend working on it. We spent a little extra time to like add in like the sense of humor that we thought was funny. And we did like a little extra motion graphics to help stand apart from the other YouTube videos. And we wanted like, I think we wanted like 100 or 500 views the first week. A couple of blogs picked up the video right away. So within like 48 hours, it had almost 10,000 views. So right then, I think we knew that like we were onto something with our format. And I think that gave us like motivation to keep making more videos.
Hey everybody, this is Liran from Artlist. So we sat down with our good friends from Mango Street and asked them some questions about how they built their channel and how they got to the point where they are full-time YouTubers. And we wanted to share this information with you. But before we start, hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more awesome content like this. Also, we have a great giveaway in the end of the video, so make sure you stick around. Let's see what our friends had to say. So what did you do before YouTube?
Go ahead.
Okay, I shot weddings.
And I was a motion graphics artist and video editor.
And why did you start a YouTube channel?
A lot of photography tutorials were maybe kind of long and drawn out, and it took a while to get to like the actual meat of the video. So we wanted to make faster videos that just kind of delivered the information in a more concise way.
Where do you get your ideas from?
I never want to like be tempted to rip somebody else off, so a lot of times, honestly, it sounds silly, but like I get inspired when I like go jogging, or it's like I come back home from a jog and I have like 10 new things to like pour out in his lap.
And it's also getting inspired from outside of like your circle. So instead of being inspired by other photographers, maybe you look at filmmakers, maybe look at directors, music, just all sorts of other different arts can inspire photography, even if it's not just another genre of photography or another photographer.
Tell me a little bit about your work process.
It depends on what kind of video. Like if it's a bigger project, then we'll script everything out and like even plan shot lists.
More pre-production involved, yeah.
But for something simple like a tutorial, then we usually just come up with the tips, shoot it, and then just write a voiceover later.
We narrow it down to like what's the information we need to like deliver, and then we make sure we get footage of anything relevant to that so we can show it while we explain it, and that way it just streamlines everything.
So how did you build your brand?
I think one of the things is just being consistent in like our style and our sense of humor, and like just making sure everything feels like one of our videos by it's like a lot of the attention to detail. And a lot of times when I think like the edit's like an hour away from being done, it ends up taking like 6 more hours because, you know, we want to maintain the quality that we've established already. And then I think another thing is just incorporating like our own style of photography in all these videos. And in our videography, it's just like everything kind of lends itself, including the motion graphics and the music choice, like everything ties in. We had videos that were like pretty much edited, but we didn't feel good about them yet. So instead of like putting them out anyways, we decided just like it's better not to post at all than to post something that we're not happy with.
And how do you stay true to your brand?
Sometimes you have to do a video that you think that most of your audience is gonna like. And even if it's not something that you are really passionate about, there's a balance there for sure.
One of our best performing videos is like how to shoot and edit like a certain photographer, which is like he shoots in a certain like super trendy way, and we don't necessarily like that style, we don't shoot in that style, but everybody asked for it.
So it's just like, well, okay, we can show them how to do that. And I think at the very least, it'll help expand their skill set. They'll learn something, even if, you know, they don't need to shoot in that trend, but if you know how to do it, I think that helps you as a professional and as an artist. It just helps expand what you're capable of doing.
How do you not get burnt out?
It definitely is a grind, and you will get burnout, and that's okay, that's part of it. But then finding fulfillment in other ways, I think helps balance it out.
Yeah, I guess like the mindset too, like Daniel got to quit his job and we got to like work together. And so like just being like thankful helps you.
Yeah, it's really easy just to feel like it's just like another job. And even now, sometimes it feels like a grind and you're just like, oh, I don't know, and everything becomes relative. You know, like 10,000 views back then was awesome. And now you're just like, oh, I'm doing terribly. I only have 10,000 views. So everything becomes relative. It just depends on, you know, you have to get perspective by like stepping out and be like, okay, this is actually an awesome job. You know, like we kind of are our own boss. We get to kind of do whatever we want. So you just have to like really just get perspective, I think.
How do you get to the point where you have brand deals?
The brands, like basically if you build up this audience that's in your niche market that needs to buy expensive gear, those brands are gonna come to you.
We're not very like good actors. We're not very good at putting on like a face for the camera, as you can tell. So like, it's just like who we are. We can't really like fake a persona or anything. So it'd be hard to like pitch something that we're not like, that we don't enjoy, you know?
What's the secret behind making a viral video?
We don't always know. Like sometimes we're like, this video is gonna do so well and then it bombs. And some of them, it's like really good information. Like there's nothing we could have done differently.
Yeah, it's still hard to know. And I think it's like kind of a fickle thing where you're like, I don't really know if people are gonna like this or not, or you're like, I like this video a lot, but then people don't end up watching it. Or
even like the opposite, like a video I'm like, okay, that's not gonna do that well, and then it gets like 100,000 views or whatever.
There's a few times you do know, like if you kind of focus like on gear and people like comparison videos where it's like a cheap thing and an expensive thing, that's like a proven thing, and you're like, okay, I know that's probably gonna do well.
Because the blogs will pick it up, I guess you know that.
Yeah, but in general, it's like, sometimes we're always like dumbfounded when like a video does one or the other, the opposite of what we think, and you're just like, I guess I don't know what's gonna happen, you know?
So being a YouTuber, is it awesome as it seems?
I think for some people, the YouTube life is awesome.
Depends on your personality, I think, and what you value. But yeah, it is also a perspective thing, because when you're in it, it just feels like kind of like another job. It's just like a little bit more flexibility, but you still feel like you have these responsibilities. Instead of just doing like motion graphics, you're doing that, but then you're also doing pre-production, you're answering emails, you're running a business, like you're trying to figure out how to get a business license in your state, or like there's just all these different other things that you have to do. For us especially, it's not glamorous, you know, like we're just working from home and it's like...
Yeah, we wear the same thing every day. It's like...
We're not scooting around on boosted boards and, you know, like just goofing off with celebrities or anything.
So it's like typing.
Yeah, I don't know. In a lot of ways, it just feels like another job.
Yeah.
But then, you know, if you step outside of it and get some like outside perspective, you're like, okay, it's really cool. I get to hang out with my wife and my dog, and we get to travel to cool places like Israel, and people pay us to like mention their brand or product instead of like having to go hustle and get clients. You're like, yeah, it's way better.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still work, for sure.
And last question, what's your best advice for starting a YouTube channel?
What do you think?
Oh, I got stuff. I was just gonna let you answer first.
The thing I think is the most important thing is like consistency, like putting out high quality content consistently.
Based off like what you have going on in your life, figure out how often you can create like a quality video, twice a week, whatever it is. Establish that and like let your audience know when you're gonna post, how often, so they know what to expect. And I think it's being also consistent in like the actual content. So if it's just like a vlog, then a tutorial, then a vlog, they might not know if it's like a mixed bag at first. So I think it's best to just pick a lane and then grow that before you branch out into like other avenues.
So we hope this video was helpful. We want to give a big thank you to our friends over at Mango Street Labs. Go check them out. We linked their channel here in the description. Now, let's talk about that giveaway. We are handing out a 1-year free subscription to Artlist. All you need to do to enter the giveaway is hit that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and comment down below what was the most helpful tip you got from this video. We will announce the winner in our Instagram stories, so make sure you follow us on Instagram. Till then, stay creative.